your workspace by opening a window, burning herbs, or simply setting the intention that this is sacred space. Gather your stones and herbs, laying them out before you. As you touch each one, acknowledge its purpose. Black tourmaline for protection and transmuting negativity. Smoky quartz for grounding and releasing what you've been holding. Amethyst for healing and clarity of mind. Citrine for reclaiming your confidence and inner strength. Citrine for reclaiming your confidence and inner strength. Rhodonite for honest self-reflection and forgiving yourself for staying too long. Yarrow for the warrior's courage to defend your peace. Nettle for breaking patterns, especially the ones you've allowed to continue. Willow for adapting to change and the will to enforce boundaries. Comfrey for binding your commitment to release and finding stability in the aftermath. Light your candle, letting the flame remind you that you have the power to choose differently. You always have. Take 3 deep breaths, feeling your feet on the ground and your spine tall. Turn to face each direction as you call it in, or remain facing forward, whichever feels right for you. I call upon the wind of the east, the breath of clear sight. By the dawn's honest light and the hawk's keen eye, grant me clarity to see patterns I've allowed and wisdom to break them. I call upon the flame of the south, the fire of change, by the summer sun and the forge's heat. Burn away excuses and ignite the courage to walk away from what harms me. I call upon the tide of the west, the waters of truth. By the sacred wells and the river's flow, wash away denial and help me hold myself accountable for my own healing. I call upon the roots of the north, the stone's resolve. By the deep earth and the ancient oak, grant me strength to honor my commitments to myself and stand firm in my choices. On your piece of paper, write down what you are releasing, not as something done to you, but as something you are choosing to step away from. Name the negative influence, pattern, the dynamic, or the relationship. Then write what you are claiming instead. Fold the paper away from you 3 times, symbolizing the act of moving it away, and place it at the bottom of your jar. Close your eyes and take a slow, grounding breath. Feel your body rooted to the earth beneath you. You are safe here. You are honest here. In your mind's eye, see yourself standing in a vast, open field. The sky above is clear, but around you, you notice something unsettling. Thin, nearly invisible threads stretching from your body in all directions. Some wrap around your wrists, some around your throat, some around your heart. These are not chains placed upon you by force. These are threads you've allowed to remain. Look closely at them. Each one represents a pattern, a relationship, a habit, a belief, a fear you have permitted to stay, even when you knew it was harming you. Perhaps you told yourself it wasn't that bad. Perhaps you believed you could fix it, or that you deserved it, or that leaving would be harder than staying. Perhaps you simply didn't believe you had the strength to cut them. But you do. Feel the weight of these threads. Not the weight of blame, but the weight of truth. You allowed this, not because you're weak, but because you are human. Because survival sometimes looks like tolerance. Because hope sometimes looks like denial. Because love sometimes looks like endurance. But you are done enduring. Take a breath and feel something shift. The air around you begins to hum with energy. You are not a victim of these threads. You are the one who holds the power to sever them. From the earth beneath you, stones begin to rise, each one glowing faintly, each one offering you something you need. Black tourmaline, dark and grounding. I do not absorb the negativity anymore. I transmute it. I protect myself by choosing to walk away. The darkness you've tolerated does not define you, but your choice to leave it does. Smoky quartz, steady and solid. I release what you've been carrying. The weight of hoping things would change. The burden of making excuses. The exhaustion of pretending this was sustainable. Let it go. You are grounded in reality now. Amethyst, soft and healing. Healing begins with honesty. You allowed this, and now you choose differently. There is no shame in that, only clarity. Your mind is clear now. Your path is visible. Citrine, bright and warm. Reclaim your confidence. You're not broken by staying too long. You are strengthened by choosing to leave. You have the power. You always did. Now use it. Rhodonite, pink and compassionate. Forgive yourself, not for what was done to you, but for the ways you stayed when you knew you should go. Forgive yourself for being human. Honesty and self-forgiveness walk hand in hand. You deserve both. Hold these stones close. Feel their weight, their truth, their power. These are the tools of your own liberation. Now around you, plants begin to grow from the earth, tall and fierce, weaving a new kind of protection. Not against something external, but against your own patterns of tolerance. Yarrow, sharp-leaved and unyielding, rises like a warrior at your side. This is a battle, not against another person, but against your own habits of self-abandonment. I give you the courage to defend your peace, even from yourself, especially from yourself. Nettle, bristling and fierce, forms a barrier around you. I break the pattern, the cycle of allowing. the hex you placed upon yourself when you said this was fine when it wasn't. I sting the excuses. I break the spell of complacency. Willow, graceful but firm, bends beside you. Adaptation is not the same as capitulation. You can be flexible without sacrificing your well-being. Trust your will. Enforce your boundaries. Bend toward your own healing, not toward harm. Comfrey, deep-rooted and binding, anchors everything into place. I bind your commitment to yourself, to your healing, to your choice to release. What you decide here will not be undone by guilt or loneliness or fear. You are stable in this decision. You are bound to your own freedom. Now you can see them clearly, the threads that have held you. And in your hand, a blade appears. Not given to you by anyone else, not a gift, a choice. You forged it yourself the moment you decide enough was enough. Lift the blade, feel the resolve in your chest, the truth in your bones. You are not cutting ties because someone forced you to. You are cutting them because you choose to, because you are responsible for your own life, because you deserve better, and only you can claim it. One by one, slice through the threads. As each one is severed, you feel lighter. The field around you is clear now. The sky is open. The air is breathable. You stand alone, but not lonely. Sovereign, but not isolated. Free because you chose freedom. A voice rises from deep within you, not from the land. A voice rises from deep within you, not from the land, not from the spirits, but from your own soul. I allowed this, and now I end it. I am not a victim of circumstance. I am the author of my own life. I take responsibility for my healing. I choose to walk away. I choose myself. Take a deep breath. Feel the truth of it settle into your bones. When you are ready, look around the field one last time. Notice if there are any animals, any symbols, any guides present with you. They may have messages. They may simply stand witness. Acknowledge them with gratitude. Then slowly, gently, bring your awareness back to your body. Feel your hands, your breath, the ground beneath you. When you are ready, open your eyes. Now, with intention, begin to layer your jar. As you add each ingredient, speak its purpose, aloud or in your heart. First, place the folded paper at the bottom. This is what I release. This is what I choose to walk away from. Add the black tourmaline. I protect myself by leaving. I transmute this negativity into strength. Add the smoky quartz. I release the weight I've been carrying. I am grounded in truth. Add the amethyst. I heal through honesty. I see clearly now. Add the citrine. I reclaim my confidence and my power. I am strong enough to choose myself. Add the rhodonite. I forgive myself for staying. I honor myself for leaving. Sprinkle in the yarrow. I fight for my peace. I defend my well-being. I am a warrior for myself. Add the nettle. I break the patterns I've allowed. I sting the excuses. I am free. Add the willow. I trust my will. I adapt toward healing, not harm. I am flexible and firm. Finally, add the comfrey. I bind this commitment to myself. I release what I've tolerated. I am stable in my freedom. Seal the jar with its lid. Hold it between your palms and close your eyes. Visualize dark smoke leaving the jar, carrying away the patterns, the excuses, the tolerance. Then see clear light filling the jar, sealing your commitment to yourself. If you have a cord, tie it around the jar 3 times, knotting it with intention. Hold the jar near the candle flame, but not so close that it could catch fire. Let the candlelight illuminate the contents, charging them with your will. Speak these words. By stone and root, by flame and breath, I claim responsibility for my own healing. I release what I have allowed. I walk away from what harms me. I choose myself. What I build here is bound by my will, forged by my courage, grounded by my truth, and carried by my commitment. I walk forward, unburdened, sovereign in my choices, accountable to my own soul. Sit for a moment with the jar in your hands. Breathe deeply. Feel the shift. Turn counterclockwise to release each direction, thanking them as you go. Or stay facing forward, whichever feels right for you. To the north, I release the roots and the stone. I am committed and strong. West, I release the waters and the truth I am accountable and healed. To the south, I release the flame and the courage. I am transformed and free. To the east, I release the wind and the clarity. I am aware and I am wise. Blow out the candle, knowing your work is done. Place your jar somewhere you will see it daily, on your altar, your bedside table, or your workspace. When you feel yourself slipping back into old patterns, hold the jar and breathe deeply. Let it remind you that you are responsible for your own healing, that you have already made the choice to walk away, that you are strong enough to honor that choice. You may choose to recharge the jar during the dark moon or whenever you feel called to reinforce your commitment. Simply hold it, revisit the visualization, and reaffirm your intention. The threads are cut. The field is clear. You are the author of what comes next.